Hey guys, we're back with the Great Ace Attorney. Last time we finished case 3 and that was a good case. Probably my favorite case 3. Like I'm trying to think, like first game's case 3, that's the movie one, right? The Steel Samurai. That got good music, but I hardly remember it honestly. We don't talk about the circus one. Was case 3 in Trials the one with the imposter fiend? That one was. Then we don't talk about Apollo. Yeah. So this has got to be the best case 3. Except I don't remember Spirit of Justice's case 3. I only remember Maya getting shirtless. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm still a little bummed about having to lose episode 15, or at least like the real 15. You know, all that footage. But that about redubbing it, but that's not happening. I'm curious where they go with case 4, because it obviously, based off how it ended, it seems like we're leading right into it. Like every case is connected here. Like I can't wait for 1-5, because case 1, you know, left us off with Giselle Brett escaping justice, right? Which kind of seems like the main theme of this game, or maybe both, but at least this game. Because, you know, Giselle Brett, you know, we caught her, she confessed, even though we never found out her motive. It's a loud engine outside. Oh, I'm trying to talk. God, I'm gonna take my window unit out. I have like an AC window unit, like next week, because it's been breaking down and finally getting cooler here. So hopefully that stops being. Anyway, case 2. Argue like I'm serious about my Kazuma's alive thing, and also like. I forget if I brought this up, but another thing that, you know, bothered me is we never see the cat. So maybe Kazuma adopted Blanca. Blanca? However you say it. Blanca sounds better, like more Russian. And they're chilling together, watching us, you know, up in the raptors. Is that what you call it? That's not what you called it. Whatever you called it. Then obviously case 3 has the Gilded completely escaping justice by forging, you know, crime scene, tampering with evidence, that kind of stuff. But I wonder if he's the one who got killed there, though. Venture the Clouded Kokoro. I wonder if that's a Holmes reference. Because the past, at least case 2 was apparently the short story. Venture the Clouded Kokoro.
I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part
He starts clearing Hardrift's face.
We are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back.
Are we not doing the fire?
Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
Oh, we're back here. Okay. Oh, yeah, another thing. I've talked about this briefly, but I feel like with case 3, I'm kind of more cemented with it. Like, the big bad of this game has got to be the British government, right? Or like the British legal. My big guess, though, is, well, my not guess. It's like something I'm not sure about yet. Is, are they also going to make Japanese government bad, or is it going to be Japanese government good? Which, given the era, I do feel a little iffy about, given, you know, they're just a couple years away from like starting to like occupy Korea. But hey, don't worry about that. It's anime. That we don't have to think about that. 19th of February. This is the next day. Gotta be. We're back in. You know, this is a classic Lord Chief Justice's office. There's a real one in the British Supreme Court, actually. Of the guy, the big old clock, the gears, suits of armor. Whole 9 yards. Did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruhodo? No, the park didn't have a wardrobe in it. Slept terribly. No, not at all. It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? Oh, okay. The rooms were so luxurious. Felt like we were staying in a palace. All the gas lights twinkling. It was brighter than day, even in the middle of the night. So, 2-5 rolls around. You know, British and Japanese government are bad, right? Only thing left to do. Naruhodo and Susanoo escape the one country in the world with freedom, America, that has never done anything wrong. Especially, you know, to Japanese citizens a couple decades down the line. Yeah, no, they got freedom. So that's the happy ending. That's what I'm going for right now. 2-5, they escaped to America. Happily ever after. What about the enormous beds? During my time on the SS Bura, wasn't gonna waste a single inch of that space. But the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. Couldn't sleep because it wasn't a wardrobe. Yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except, when I learned that we owed £3 for the rooms, the dream quickly turned into a nightmare. Oops. Sorry about that. Do we have money? The building was so impressive, and the entrance so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking. Get a lodging house in Japan? That sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with the bill. She's gotta have money from Miko Toba. I really am sorry. Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less. So they got permission to stay, apparently? London is a scary place. Oh, good morning to you at this early hour. It's, what's his name? Yeah. Totally not evil, man. Oh, yes, well. Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We've come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday. His auto-son is amazing. Oh, we did get not guilty now that I think about it. I was just, you know, the whole time I was just thinking that, you know, we kind of, you know, things went wrong. But hey, we did get our assignment done. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart. Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into the British courtroom. Although, something I didn't get to talk about, like, McGilded's whole strategy was to, you know, have... What's her name? Was it Mina? Like, you know, jump in and tamper with the crime scene. Presumably her. It could have been him, but I assume it would. But what about the whole first half of the trial then? Like, he was almost found guilty, like, by the jury. Like, if we didn't, you know, pull out Susanoo's book and, you know, do movie magic on him, he would have been dead. Oh, yes. It's very eye-opening, thank you. And in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end. Yes, already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. May consider the test passed. Oh, no longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. May henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer. That's how they do law school. Find one guy. The country's delighted to welcome young talent from such a remote eastern land. Thank you very much. Here now. Do I get a badge? Now, in view of your new appointment, a fresh case in mind for you. What, already? I'd like you to take it on at once. Just that won't be a problem. Another case? Already? Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure I don't sense dissatisfaction. It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it. What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for? The culpability of the defendant has not at the present time been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to prefer judgment. I wonder, so obviously in the final case, when we finally hit everything on the bad guys, the jury's gonna be our side going against the judge. I wonder how that's gonna work out. He could just say, oh yeah, I don't care about the jury. Lord Bounzix, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, you'll have asked for a better defense. That's what an Irish accent sounds like, by the way. Ha 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 ha. It has been a week for me, so a little refresher. Just can't help wondering if Mr. McGill really was innocent. Mr. Naruhodo? Just that never managed to ascertain the truth. Always counted the time. And then the trial ended. Ah, oops. Well, you need to let it trouble you for a second longer. Sorry? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? Magnus McGill had passed away. Oh, okay. Immediately following the trial. It was him. I wonder who did that then. No. What? Mr. McGill is dead? I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk. Yeah, hold on. It's something I haven't been doing. My due diligence. I think we actually tried this before. Okay. Doesn't work on him. It's McGilded's death. I don't understand. What happened? I thought they saw it. Didn't they? At least I heard the bailiff say something. How could he be dead? After the trial concluded yesterday, there's a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom. Okay, they knew about the fire. They don't, like, or maybe not. Of course, that's the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilded had been accused of. Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames. No. How could such a thing have happened? That is being investigated as we speak, but already, the police have identified a corpse found inside the charred shell of the carriage as that of McGilded. That's awful! The man must just slipped inside while the bailiff's attention was elsewhere. Why? Well, I mean, I guess to get rid of something. Bailiff really needs to pay more attention. How could that have happened? That is also being investigated as we speak. Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilded did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus. My audio is working as intended, right? Hold on, OBS. Yeah, hopefully he's not underwater again. Well, I must be making tracks now. It's time for the inspection. Sorry? What inspection? Gonna examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. As if I could be present for it myself. Okay, I did forget about that completely. An inspection of the omnibus? Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard has any intention of re-examining the carriage. But who's Mr. McGilded talking about? Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police. Poor Mr. McGilded. British court. So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court? Oh, well, I don't know. It was... wow! Mr. Naruhodo, the whole experience was steeped in the solemn of Great Britain's long history. Really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan. It's only a few short decades old. Zato-san has such a way with words. You seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones. That's true. Yes! The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can. Most advanced in the world, is it? It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair. Simple? That was simple? As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it's a trial you couldn't lose. I don't mean to be contrary, Lord Strongheart, but the case was anything but simple. Circumstances of the case are so incriminating, I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, Still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Is he saying it was rigged? Is something funny? No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent. Wouldn't you agree? Well, I don't know about that. I mean, the vibe I'm getting here is he's just using Inosuke as, you know, like a pawn to set up for future stuff, and then the fall guy if something goes bad. Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much at least is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I've prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before. What's going on? What was he going to say before? New case. Could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned? Tell me, it's murder. The trial starts in 10 minutes. Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment. Like, this case is completely different. I see. Did you just read my mind? Guess you'll be a divorce attorney. Betting, I don't know. What does it say? No one has died as yet. Oh, really? We've only had like one of those in all of Ace Attorney, right? And then someone died. I think. The first half of the double jeopardy case, right? Trial will not be today. There's plenty of time to research the case thoroughly. Trial's tomorrow, by the way. 23 hours, 43 minutes, 19 seconds to be precise. Yep, okay. So the trial's tomorrow then. Everything alright? Oh, yes. A little confused, that's all. Yesterday's trial was, well, left me wondering if I'm really cut out of being a lawyer. Mr. Naruhodo, I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Mr. McGilded's trial. Ah, yes, I nearly forgot. There's one similarity with you. Once again, there's currently no one to advocate for the defense. Oh, the situation remains unchanged. The trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. If that happens, we need not remind you of the inevitable outcome. Okay, but like, am I getting paid for this though? They do have a hotel fee to pay for. Most terrible end awaits the defendant. Yes, that's right. But it's not a murder though. they stole $5. Do the news. Here we go again. Your time is up. You'll have to excuse me. I advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow. After all, clock is ever ticking. I can see. There's now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits. Last time you mentioned the 23 hours, so there is plenty of time. One more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There's something I should like to ask you. Oh, what's that? Yesterday, you remarked upon something. That you intend to see through the will of your late companion, Mr. Asogi. I'd be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that. Oh yeah, they're talking about the secret mission. It's like 34 seconds. Oh well, Cosmo always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world worked, so he could change ours in Japan. Now that he's gone, I have to work towards that myself. There's another thing. Oh! Another thing. Continue. The way here, steamship, said something to me. Very important that I have to do. Very important? What exactly would that be? Never had a chance to tell me. Suppose he would have done if he'd ever made it to Great Britain. You're out of time. Well, thank you for an enlightening discussion. Mr. Naruhodo, what's all this about? Hirasoki never once mentioned anything of the sort to me. I wonder if she's lying there to cover up whatever is going on. I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand. Oh. Hello. Taking the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case. He'll be able to apprise you of the... How long has he been there? So, wish you the best of luck. Bid you farewell. Farewell. I feel like I've seen this guy's face before. Is he the culprit? I've seen his face in my dreams. Something very important that I... Kazuma-sama? What did you mean? Wish I knew. But honestly, you never told me. Anyway, better talk to the detective, don't you think? Yes, you're right. Hope I'm just imagining it. I won't say he looks pleased to see us at all. What's he holding? Are those French fries? That's my only guess. Is he eating some chips out of the newspaper? Is that a British thing? Could we trouble you? What do you think? Lovely weather, isn't it? What's the weather got to do with anything? Listen to me, you young Japanese upstart. Some frippery about the weather that doesn't get every English trend eaten out of your hand, you know? Those have got to be French fries, right? But Susato told me it was foolproof. I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man. It's also a pigeon. The crime scene you investigate, and I'm here having the likes of you to talk to. But ever so sorry. You imagine what the other officers they'll be saying. Haven't seen Gregson anywhere, have you? Nah, he's too busy with the bigwigs these days. All because of some bumpkin who's here on a jaunt from a country I've never even heard of. Hear that ripping sound? It's my reputation at the yard going to tatters. I'll need to grip us apart as well. I don't believe we've been introduced. You're Yunosuke Naruhodo, a defense lawyer. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Sue. Is he about to turn into a sim? Lovely weather we're having today, isn't it? It's not seasonally fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine. Unbelievable! How did she pull that off? So, Lord Strongheart has asked me to fill you in on the case. Name's Tobias Gregson. Victor Gregson. I'm from Scotland Yard. Gregson? Victor Gregson? Okay, I know it's probably too late to be asking this. I've got a general idea of what it is, okay? But I am going to Google it so I know all. What is Scotland Yard? I'm assuming it's some kind of like but it's named a personal location, headquarters of the Metropolitan Police. Yeah, okay. I assumed as much, but I don't know. I don't know British stuff. Why is this called Scotland Yard if it's in London though? Well, is it in London? It looks like it. It's off the map. It's appeared in a lot of stuff and stories of Sherlock Holmes. Look, I don't read Sherlock Holmes. I read good detective novels. I did just start reading The Viaduct Murder, I think, by Ronald Knox. Only read the first chapter. It's self-aware though. It starts with I think 4 characters talking about how tropes in detective fiction will never happen in real life. What's the matter with Susato-san? It's by Ronald Knox, by the way, who's, you know, 10 Commandments guy. Does this detective's name mean something to her? Victor Gregson. Well, yeah, he's the son of Greg. You haven't heard of him? Victor, are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson? Is this a Holmes reference? Sherlock Holmes. Inspector. Inspector Lestrade. Wait. Oh! There is a... Who's Lestrade? There's a character named Lestrade. Oh, it was Gina. Again, she knows Wilson now. You know, Watson. But okay, I can see that's not a pawn. It's Inspector G. Lestrade. G stands for Gina, of course. I feel like you know this man. Oh, but he's a London detective. Oh, I do know him very well, in fact. Very well. He features prominently in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Oh, a publication. What's it called again? Grant's Magazine? That's right. Dr. Gregson and Mr. Sholmes enjoy a wonderful, friendly rivalry. Really? You rival the great Mr. Sholmes? That's incredible. Oh, well, I don't know about that. Mr. Sholmes isn't a professional like myself, of course. He does come up with the goods from time to time. Mr. Sholmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. Gregson is the pick of a bad lot of all of the Scotland Yarders. Those were his exact words. That's his highest praise? Well, Mr. Sholmes is particularly known for giving compliments, see? That he is not. Thanks to that magazine, my name's known all over London town now. That's great, isn't it? I have to admit that to start with. I was a little flattered by all the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard went through the roof. That's wonderful. No, it is not! It's nothing more sinister than the man on the street. People are always looking at me now, whispering rumors about me under their breath, I'm sure. Rumors? Are you quite sure? He's changed since he started appearing in those stories. Fame's gone to his head, stuff like that. So, where's Hosonaga at? Oh, I thought he was gonna be the gumshoe this game, but this guy's the gumshoe. He even has the trench coat. Ash, do you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you? Like I said, they whisper. I can't catch exactly what they're saying. You know what folk are like. Sure, that's what they're saying. Sure as eggs is eggs. Eggs are eggs. Get the feeling this detective could be very hard work. Oh dear. This sudden rise to fame does change people. Okay, hold on. Back. Dang it! I can't present. I want to show someone my armband. About the case the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before. Nothing to tell, really. As far as we're concerned at the yard, couldn't be simpler. Oh dear. Probably means, as far as we're concerned as lawyers, couldn't be more complicated. That's how Ace Attorney goes. But you're wrong about that. Nasty feeling, you're right. A young woman was walking along the pavement on Briar Road. She was stabbed from behind. Wait, so it is a murder? Oh, fortunately it wasn't fatal. She's still laid up in the hospital. It's despicable. What sort of coward would attack the poor woman from behind? Why are they having the trial while she's still unconscious? Wouldn't you think they'd either wait for her to wake up or for her to die from her injuries? Like if she wakes up, you know, her testimony is very valuable. And you know, if she dies, you know, changes punishment. Probably. Yeah, for stabbing her unfatally, you get sent to the gallows. For stabbing her fatally, you get sent to the gallows. Twice as hard. So the coward would attack the poor woman from behind. Plus you'd have to have finished whoever it was off with a Susato takedown, would you? After being stabbed, of course. That's neither here nor there, Mr. Naruto. Brace yourself, Yunosuke. Fingers her now. Anyway, after something of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. Barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest. So, was something left at the scene that led you directly to the culprit? Perhaps a reliable witness who recognized the person in question. Let me stop you right there. Wasting your time on this. Sorry? Nothing you can do. No way to help the bloke now. However, not. Simple. Prosecutor that's been assigned to the trial tomorrow. Lord Barrack Fancies. Oh, that's our friend. We're friends now. I got the affection points for him. No! Looks like you've heard of him then. Oh yes, we're very familiar with Lord Fancies. I actually do wonder if, because back in case 3, right, there were a couple choices that were basically pursue justice or pursue defending your client, right? And obviously it's an ace attorney, so I picked the justice ones. And I don't know if picking the other one is a wrong choice or if it keeps going or not, right? But Banzig smiled at one of them. It was in the forbidden lost footage. That's kind of lost to time now, but I joked about that raising like a flag or something or that. I do wonder if that's actually the case though, like if there's like a hidden parameter stat. I doubt it, but believed to be the harbinger of death itself. The Reaper of the Bailey. No, he's just a vampire. Just a Dracula. Reaper of the Bailey. Lord Barrack Fancy, who we faced in court only yesterday. Mr. Miguelda told us about him before the trial, didn't he? Banzig stands for the prosecution. Call the accused as the sacrificial lamb. I mean, he does wear a cape. But every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. Like, you gotta trust a guy wearing a cape. Reaper of the Bailey thing. Most has earned that because every defendant he advocates against is found guilty. Is that it? Well, that's the case. I can inform you, Inspector, that in yesterday's trial against Lord Banzig, Mr. Naruhodo secured a verdict of not guilty. Ah, what of it? Oh, well, I think that means that even against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not impossible to save the defendant. No, you really don't have a clue. What do you mean? What happened to that bloke in the end, eh? He's dead. Oh, come on, you're not saying that you torched him alive. Ah. Magnus McGill became a cropper in that omnibus when it went up in flames. Can't rightfully say you saved the defendant, can ya? But what are you saying? Look, Banzig could get the dirt to stick on everyone. He'd be a miracle worker. That's not how it goes. It doesn't work miracle. It works magic. Black magic. But have a good long think about that, are you? Are we really supposed to believe that? Like what? I can only see those as potatoes. But why are they in a newspaper cup? Right, well, Odeon is requested. Very nearly out of chips. Okay, they are chips. So I'll be heading back to the crime scene. We're still carrying out a few investigations there. Is that how they did it back then? They just put it in newspapers? Briar Road, you said, didn't you? Where the incident took place. That's correct, ma'am. You head over to the holding cell so you can meet the criminal himself. Let's go! The holding cells means we're getting detention center music. Jailer's Elegy is maybe my favorite Ace Attorney. Elegy? Elegy? It is Elegy. It's like up there with like Fragrance of Dark Coffee and anything else. Because I think it's those two that are my favorite songs. Like obviously like, you know, Pursuit and stuff are awesome tracks, but like the original game's Jailer's Elegy, that is is you branded him a criminal already? He's as good as trekking like a leaf in it, hell he is. Give you a chuckle if nothing else. He's inmate 53. Speak to the jailer, he'll show you the way. Inmate 53. Thank you. So there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say. Something troubling you, Mr. Naruhodo? To tell the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, you think it's too much for you? There's no shame in turning the case down. It takes courage, too. If the man they've arrested is innocent, you could well imagine you would be shaking like a leaf in a cell. I, for one, wouldn't find the sight of that funny. So, if I'm honest, still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself. Really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try. I think I'm going to make some inquiries. Will you help? Did you really think you had to ask? After all, I am your judicial assistant. Yeah, pull out the book. We got this. Thank you. So then, shall we? Yes! Let's go! The Suzato fist bump. Okay, how far in are we? Like 35? Yeah, okay, we'll cut it there. Next time we can drop her in bed. Thanks for watching, everyone. Are we on the 20? Oh, we're out of saves. I guess I just go back to, well, that's kind of annoying. Maybe can I delete some? Because I don't want, well, I guess it's easy to case name. Okay, never mind. I'll see you guys next time with some more Great Ace Attorney. Bye.